Hi everyone. First of all, I would really appreciate if everyone could put themselves on mute. And if you have any questions, you can put the questions in the chat box. And at the end of every section, we would be trying to answer your questions. And thank you so much for joining our webinar today. This is our fifth webinar in our VGHC Prep series. Today we have Kushali Desai. She is our IWSC's co-chair, and Kushali has been a GHC veteran basically. So she has got multiple interviews and offers at GHC, and right now she is working as a senior software engineer at Target. So I'll let Kushali take over so she can give you tips and tricks on how to get interviews at GHC. And in the middle of it, like I said, if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashita. Yes, everyone. So let's get started. So this is what I'm gonna cover, like before GHC, what you should do at GHC, and what to take care and clarify before or during interviewing, and what kind of questions are like really IMPs. And after the offer letter at GHC, hope you all get, and after GHC, and then we can have some Q&As. So yeah, as Ashita mentioned, please put them in the chat and we will try to cover them as much as possible, as many as possible. So a little bit about myself, my GHC story. So in 2017, I won 30 Sister Award. It was like 30th year of sisters when it was invented in 1987. And I was given this award because of my volunteering and being with them. Uh, and at the same time, same year, I was graduating. So I got my full-time offer at Walmart Labs at GHC. And I won lots of other challenges like Hacker Rank and exclusive swags because of that. And apart from Walmart Labs, I had another 2 job offers. So in 2018, I joined Indian Women in Computing as co-chair, moderated panel on Asian women in computing, and represented Walmart Labs at the career fair and took interviews. And that's where I realized that how many small mistakes we make, even when, you know, we are told that don't make such mistakes. So I would really like to share those mistakes that I have seen. And obviously in 2017, I was making those mistakes. But when you are on the other side, you realize that, hey, I missed out. Like this was such a foolish question to ask, or this was such an, like, you know, having confidence, or it was so important to like be in the present moment. And like, yeah, in 2019, I hosted event for Indian Women in Computing, and I got a senior software engineer role at Target. And in 2020, I'll be volunteering at GHC. So yes, this is the most important, because I think now everyone might be anxious that how to get those interviews and how to reach out to recruiters to get those slots and everything. So the first thing is obvious: network, your seniors, your colleagues, anything. Like you can like share this that, you know, I'm going to VGHC, like update your Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta, Twitter, and also use official sister Slack. That's where I have had the highest amount of success, because in that intro channel, there were so many people giving intros that, hey, I'll be coming to GHC from Walmart Labs. I will be coming from LinkedIn, this, that. So send them private message and have a chat with them, share your resume. Like I see a lot of people sending messages and they don't share resume. So how would I know, like, hey, I'm looking for software engineering roles at Walmart Labs? What, like, there are 2000 people looking at, what are you bringing? Like, share your resume, share something little bit more about you. And also another thing is, like, obviously Facebook, Insta seems like a little bit stalking, but I've seen so many people having that Twitter and LinkedIn as a professional social media accounts. So try to follow people there, and try to reach out to them, and try to do something which is not obvious, like, you know, because so many people will obviously reach out to people on LinkedIn. And so if you are reaching them on Twitter, that gives a little bit, you know, you did some research. Like in Twitter, you can share this like hashtag VGHC 2020, who all are coming, who have tweeted about it, write something. So yeah, how you are engaging with them. another thing, yeah, write a small write-up ready for yourself. Like I'll share that one which I had for myself for 2017, so you can have a look at it. Ask something for them to reply to, and not obvious questions like how are you, good morning. Like it's a big no. Or you can ask them like, if you are going to GHC, like can you or you, if you are not going, like suppose I'm not going to GHC, so someone could ask me like, can you connect me to some recruiters at Target, or will your company be there at career fair, what would be the booth number, like any, like, you know, questions you can ask, like have them something to reply for. Then another thing is like upload resume, and I see a lot of big problems with resumes. So do keep in mind it's ATS friendly, because, and after you upload, check it, how does it look like, because GHC database literally like destroys the whole resume format that you have. So please have a look at it, and second or third look at it, like that would help you a lot. And I've seen Resume Puppy is something amazing that you can create great resumes. Another one thing is, apart from prepping for a technical interview, do focus on behavioral interviews. Like when I was looking for my target, like second job in 2019, I was literally grilled at behavioral interviews more. Because my all the technical interviews were done like before GHC. So yeah, and it could happen to anyone. So your behavioral interviews should be like really strong, and prepare for them. Okay, another thing that was like, you know, it's kind of debatable, that shall I apply for GHC before GHC, or like to the job roles, or after GHC, or at GHC. So that is one thing. If you'll apply, obviously it will look good, it won't be any harm to your resume or your application, but it would be lost in the pool of 2000, 10,000 people applying for same role. But yeah, you can obviously go that, hey, I went and applied for Walmart Labs software engineering role. Are you still like, can you look at my application, or something like that. But you know, still I haven't got that much luck doing so, because everyone applies and you're not bringing anything new to the table. But there were so many companies who had their special GHC application, like specially apply for IBM GHC/GHC links, or if you will go to their booth, they will share those links. They will not share it. Some people didn't share it, they wanted people to come to their booth, and then like, you know, you are showing them, because you are going to IBM's booth, then you are showing that you are interested in IBM. Because sometimes it's like everyone is running towards Google and Facebook, so that is something you need to show, that you know, you are not just going for Google and Facebook. So another thing that I recently saw was GHC job board is there. So I think that is something you should definitely take advantage of, apply over there. And another one thing is like, last this 15 days are the most important, because you will be given so many hacker ranks and so many phone calls with the recruiters. And so that's why keep track of your emails, and keep track of your interviews that you are getting, when to schedule them, and all those things, because so many companies do pre-GHC interviews, such that, you know, they can see if they want to interview for full time, they want to interview at GHC, so they want to screen you if you are a better match. So try to be focused on your emails, because I've seen so many girlfriends of mine like telling me, oh, I also got the hacker rank from HBO and I forgot to apply, you know, give the hacker rank. And just because I gave the hacker rank and was able to solve it, so I got the interview at GHC, then, you know, it makes a difference. So another thing was, yeah, because I followed a lot of this, and in 2017, I remembered I had 7 interviews, and at 2019, I had 10 interviews scheduled. So I think this all should work, and yeah, last 15 days are the most important. So yeah, this was something, my sample, which I used to send it people uh, in the LinkedIn or Twitter, and like, yeah, the name and thank you for accepting. So yeah, two things I want to focus was little about me, like share very little, like 1 or 2 lines, and also roles you are looking for. At a times, hey, I'm looking for the opportunities, but what opportunities you are looking for? So tell them that you are looking for software engineering, networking, or system engineering. So I was looking for like some of like backend engineering kind of roles. So here it goes. And yep. So yeah, as I mentioned, let's go to the first round, and that could be before GHC. If it is, then it could be HackerRank, phone screen, or Word doc coding live interviews, like Amazon does that, Microsoft did that, and I think different companies, as per their requirements, they do that. Okay, and at GHC first rounds, I'll let you guys know in the later part of the slides. And if you have any interviews planned at GHC, do check out the Glassdoor questions, because I've seen so many times, like what with Qualcomm, with Eventbrite, with so many companies, I got the same questions. Like bit manipulation is a big love. Qualcomm has big love for bit manipulations. Like you will get to know from. Even check out Blind app. There are some questions over there which are always asked. Like that happened to me. So I would really love you to check them out. Okay, now comes at the booth. How to present yourself. So first and foremost, like go to booths, and if you are going there for job offers, like for full-time jobs or internship, try to cover as many as you can and see how much line are there, like how many long queues are there. And if you see, some recruiters are free, and even if you're not interested in that company, just hop onto that booth. And I don't know in virtual how that will work. Maybe we will all be able to see how many people are at this booth or that booth. So yes, and have lots of confidence in yourself and in your resume which you are holding. I've seen so many girls from amazing universities, UPenn, like Ivy Leagues, and not having, and even they had 4.0 and not having confidence about themselves while when they are giving their pitch. So practice, practice, practice for your pitch. Also, one thing is like, if you like, your main goal is Google and Facebook. So don't go to Google and Facebook right away. Go to Cisco, go to Walmart Labs. If they are not your, of course, it could be your important, they are as important as Google and Facebook, but like less important ones. So you can go to those companies and pitch that, see like how your confidence builds. Because I've seen, like when I was speaking, like obviously I was also nervous. I was like, how will I do? I was shaking, but then I got the confidence, and then I was able to say it with so much smoothly. And it shouldn't be boring. Like seriously, I've been bored for like introducing yourself. And so these are the three things you should take care: who, what, and why. That this is what your elevator pitch should mention within 1 or 2 minutes, not more than that. Who are you, what you are looking for, and why. Also, another one is like, look for the company product. So many companies ask, like when I went, like I think Twitch was something people were not aware of. Like so many companies were asking, do you know about our company products or anything new they are building? What new Walmart Labs is doing? What new Google is doing? Of course, their top personalities are also very important. Who are famous, C-suite people. So you should know all of them. And yeah, at the booth, you could be asked about your projects from your resume or anything from your experience. And also, before doing all these things, obviously check with the roles you're looking for and the visa situation. Like for me, it happened for one of the interviews. I gave the interview and they were moving to the second interviews. And I was just like walking with the recruiter, and I asked, hey, I'll need the sponsorship. And she was like, we don't do the sponsorship. So I'm like, oh no, like, that it is like, just I wasted my time for 30 minutes. Another thing is like, connect with them on LinkedIn or take a picture of their QR code. Obviously not this time, but Zoom name, maybe anything you can, and try to connect with them. Have your slots ready to be able to schedule. Like so many companies will ask you that, hey, do you have 1 hour ready? So like, are you free next 1 hour? So you can check in your Slack, like in your Google Calendar or something, that Do I have the meetings proper set up, and do I have the time for interviews to schedule? And another thing was, yeah, IMP questions, which could be asked. So how DNS work? What happens when you hit the URL in browser? Networking questions like what are 4xx and 5xx, OSI models and protocols, like different between two programming languages, or like OOP concepts like encapsulation and inheritance, overloading, overriding, all such questions. We go of sorting algorithm, data structures. Then API building could be asked, like, or different APIs like GET, REST API, the whole REST API questions could be asked, or pair programming could also be asked, like I was asked. Then operating system questions like what is threading, what is deadlock, what is like I was asked about like some system design interviews questions also, because I was looking for networking and SRE kind of roles. And yeah, this is something Lead Code curated 75 questions are the most important. Like I've been always asked, there will be some of them are hard questions. Even I was asked hard questions at uh, GHC, but they were from this 75 curated questions. So try to do them. You still have amazing amount of time. And also sorting algorithm like merge sort, quick sort. They are very favorite with people. I've seen so many companies asking the same questions again and again, because these are algorithms which should be, top of your mind. So this could be asked. And yeah, at GHC, at the job interview booths, these are some of the, like, I think these are widely known around the industry, but like still I've seen people making this same again mistakes again and again. So yeah, arrive early, like 5 to 10 minutes early. Please try to do that. And another one is, because you will have to, I don't know about the online process right now, but you will have to complete some paperwork or sign-ons. And also, when given the problem to work on, think or read out loud. Like I've seen people, like I'll give them the question and they will just blank, like for 2 to 5 minutes. I don't know what you are thinking. I know you are reading, but still, like, show that, like, that you are reading. Still read also out, not just think out loud, read out loud. Verify before proceeding to code. Like some people, oh, this is the question, I'll do this. Ask them, like, make it like, you are, if she was in your team or he was in your team, how you would work with them. Make it like that, make them feel included. Sometimes I feel like, okay, am I existing over here, or shall I just get out of the interview? Then check scenarios, like this is another important. Lot of people like forget to do the testing. And at the end of interview, have questions to ask. Like have proper questions, like create 2 3 questions which, you are like sure that, this is the time where you can show them that how much you are interested in the company, in the team. And you have, like, have thought of some questions which are not obvious. People ask, like, what is the next round, what is the process. Don't ask such, you can ask such questions, I'm not saying no, but have other things to ask, like how is your man to women ratio, or like what the company is doing for inclusion, something like that you can ask. And at GHC, after interviews, so network, do not forget to go to parties where you interviewed and they asked you to join. So it has happened for me both the times. Like I was asked to come to the parties, and I was given offer letter in the party. So this could happen to you as well. And that is another way for you to see how the company is, how the company people are. You can go and have chat with them, get to know about them. And also, sometimes they might not interview and they will right away call, want to get, if they don't have the slots, they might even invite you to the parties. So just go to the parties because they want to see if you are interested or not, because there will be like 4 parties at the same time from different companies. So they want to see how much you they mean to you. So you know, you need to show that. So yeah, go to extra parties. And if you are really interested in some companies, and if they are not hiring for suppose some role, like it used to happen to me. Like I I interviewed for always full time, and some companies were interviewing only for internships. So have the, like, make connection at that company. There will, I'm damn sure there will be people from that companies giving either talks or workshop at GHC. So try to attend those. I will say that don't go and waste time in different talks, because it really, like, at GHC career fair, try to like cover as many booths. Of course, not in the first 2 days. First 2 days are like quality over quantity, and in the third day it's like quantity. And I'll tell you the reason because of that. So yeah, and before that, like, yeah, have someone to talk to, and like have, like, make that connection, and go to that workshop and meet them, like meet and connect with them, and um, tell them that you are interested, and make that connection, so you can reach out to them for more opportunities. And yeah, rest well, recharge, and eat well. Also, if you get interviews and offer, ask for something concrete like email or paper. And don't forget to negotiate offer. Like, I've seen many girls don't negotiate. They are like afraid that their offer can get rescinded or something. No, always, always, always negotiate. And they want you to negotiate, and that's why they always give you 5 to 10K list. So always try to negotiate. And after GHC, okay, the reason I told you about the quantity over quality and quality over quantity for the third day was that in the GHC I tried to cover, like, third day I was like, a little bit so third day nobody will obviously have interview slots, and nobody will be like taking interviews or slots from you. So try to cover as many booths as much you can, because I got 40 interview calls after GHC. And I've seen so many girls, like I've met girls like, oh, I didn't get any interviews at GHC, oh, you are so lucky you got the full-time offer and all that. But I've heard them getting into amazing companies after GHC because of the calls they got from the GHC. So try to cover as many companies you can and keep at it, because I got 40 interviews and I was like little bit exhausted and I didn't do all those interviews. But still, like, keep at it and follow up, connect, sign request, and maintain a relation. And that's it. Thank you. And we can have like questions, right? Okay, let's do one thing. Uh, let's start with the first question. Can anyone share official sisters Slack link? Okay, I can. And how will be the company booth process now when it is all virtual? Okay, so this time I feel like uh, I've been to like other career fairs, and I've seen like there will be like different companies you can see, and you can like click and go and enter into their booth, and there will be other people from their uh, the recruiters or software engineers from that company, and you can go and talk to them. But how the breakout sessions will work, I have no idea. But yeah, that's how it will work. And how we will know which companies on which booth number? Do we get any schedule prior to GHC? So yeah, in physical GHC, it was like we were given like how and where the company will be. So maybe they will have something like a map planned, or maybe this time it's online, so there will be like a list of companies where you can click like, hey, it's Facebook or Google, and you can go and enter. And I think there will be queues for sure, because so many people are going to be there. So yep. Application for 21 and new grad opened mid-July. So how to put this forward to companies at JC, given that applying before after JHC is debatable? So yeah, for if you have applied, you can let them know that you already applied. But sometimes it can backfire that if you applied and if you didn't hear back, there could be something wrong. So instead of, if you didn't hear back, if you heard back, then I think you should let them know that, hey, I'll be at GHC. Can I interview with you over there? You can do this. Or, and if you didn't hear back, then you can just forget that, and this is like another shot you are getting at. Like, I'll go and just ask them to like, I'm interested in, maybe this time they might like you, because really, like, in 10,000 people we might get lost, so this is our time to shine. Okay, can you?
So,
Okay,
then
yeah, I
Kushali, the
can.
next question was, I mean, I can help you with the Q&A.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, so one common question is, first of all, the Slack link for the sisters group, and then people want to know how they can schedule interviews before GHC, because now it's online. So how do you connect with them?
Yeah, connect people with on LinkedIn, as I mentioned, on different channels which are not obvious, and I think Slack channel was the best for me. I've seen the highest amount of, like, return on investment, kind of 100%. Whomsoever I reached out, they have sent me, and I've got the interviews because of that. because, because see, it's obvious everyone is reaching out to people on LinkedIn. What you are doing something different, like Twitter is something that you can use. Even Insta nowadays, people use it as professional Instagram. So you can do that as well. And how are we going to book this time for virtual? I think it would be same as your virtual interviews that you are doing, like, uh, for, like, you get a call from Amazon or something, and you have virtual interviews, online interviews, where you can share your Word document and you can do the interviews. And I think it would work same, like, they will tell you that these are the slots we have, just click whichever one that works for you, or maybe they will schedule and see the whatever is in sync. And
And Kushali, the next question is, how can we make our resume stand out so we can make sure that the companies call us back?
okay, I would say I've seen so many people following the Gail Lockman in resume. So obviously, like, every place, each and every place, you will have to make something different. Like, have different format, have different look and feel, colors, everything. Like, I've seen people making three kind of, like, with coloring uh, resumes. Like, it might not work for resume database, but it would work like super amazing when you are showing that in person. Or in this scenario, if you are sharing your resume on your, like, share screen, like, it will show something different. Like, I can show you my resume, and you can see, like, it's not so different. Like, it shouldn't be like, but it is different from the 10,000 resumes they'll be looking at. So yeah, meanwhile you can ask another question, Ashita, so I
Yeah,
can.
so people want to know if the interview at GHC would be easier comparatively, or is it the same level of difficulty? And is it just coding, or is it coding and behavior?
It sometimes I've seen harder questions also, but I've seen comparatively easy questions. But yeah, some companies do share, like, ask easy questions, and yeah, there will be technical and behavioral both questions.
Okay. And the next question is, how can we properly upload our resume to the resume database, because the format changes after you upload it?
Yeah, so obviously PDF are the one that are good, and there are amazing talk about FangPath is doing amazing talks regarding how to have better resumes. And I've seen Resume Puppy. They can help you make your resume ATS friendly. So when you create, and it's really easy to create resume over there. Like, you can have such style and fonts and formats, and obviously try to cover it in one page. I kept it just for myself, some more detailing. But yeah, like, have something different. Like, I see all the long ones, like experience, software engineering, and then the speaker workshop will be in the another like section in the below. Instead, this is something different format from what you are seeing normally. So just add some little bit uniqueness to your resume. And
Okay. And the next question. So let's say you applied to a company and you got rejected. And so when you are at GHC, should you let that company's recruiter know that you get
no,
rejected, or?
no, 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 don't. Just it's a fresh start at GHC.
Okay, awesome. And I would take one last question and then I'll unmute everyone because I know a lot of people were raising hands. So you
Okay.
guys can ask Kushali directly. So the last question is how much is system design asked during the interview?
I was asked because I was applying for senior roles, so I was asked a lot of times. But and even like earlier, I was asked a lot of system design questions because I was looking for networking and infrastructure kind of roles, backend roles, so they can ask you. And yeah, I shared also the. Okay, sorry, I only shared with the Ashita. So yeah, I shared the lead code link and yep, you can be asked system design. Yeah, you can be asked cap theorem, then you can be asked some server client problems and some distributed design patterns, like single host pattern, multi-host patterns. Regarding caching, I was asked. Load balancer is something that you could be asked about, like those like different types of load balancer and when to use, what are the pros and cons of each of them. So yeah, such normal, which are very like, it could be easy questions. Like if your fundamentals are strong, fundamental questions could be asked. Like they'll not ask you like out of the uh, world questions and really hard questions. Like they'll all, even lead code hard ones were like unique path 3 question I was asked. Then another one was uh, merge case sorted array, which is also very favorite over there. And another one I was asked was, yeah, but those are always the very in and very high frequency hard lead code hard questions. If you are like unlucky and they will ask you, then only.
Okay, awesome. And I have changed settings, so you guys can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask any questions. Please go one at a time, so it's easier to get the questions. And we can start with Bishnu because Bishnu had their hands raised first. So yeah, Bishnu, you can go ahead and ask any questions.
Yeah.
Are you able to unmute yourself? Actually, it's an open floor now, so anyone can ask questions, basically.
Um, Hi, I'm Samiksha. I have a question. So once we go and talk to the recruiter at GHC, do we directly, like after giving the elevator pitch, do we directly ask them, like, can you take an interview or can you take a look at my resume? Is that how we approach them?
Yeah, they will let you know. If they like you, they'll take your resume, and if they like you, like they'll let you know that do you have some time slot, like slots you can share with us where you are free. So you can, it's up to them. And most of the time, don't get disheartened if they don't ask you for interview right away, because they could like ask you after the GHC also. So you like fingers crossed, so don't feel like disheartened if they don't ask you right away, because at a times so many companies don't keep slots open all the time, but first day is the day where you can get the slots if you haven't got any, because that is the day everyone will scheduling the interviews. Second day it's lesser than the first day, and third day mostly no companies will take interviews except the planned ones.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
No worries.
Hi, this is Prerna.
Yeah, Prerna.
I had a question about updating our resumes to the GHC database. I've uploaded the resume to the GHC database, but I haven't heard anything from any company till now. So is there something else that we need to do, or should I just have to wait for their call?
Yes,
How does
yes,
it go?
yes. You will get calls. Don't worry. Like last 15 to 10 days, and I've sometimes heard last 7 days, companies are rigorously, sending those emails out to people. So yeah, you will, and yeah, try to reach out to them. Like yourself, like which are your favorite companies, like create top 50 companies you are interested in and try to reach out to them as per this social media links. And also another thing is, uh, yeah, don't worry if you don't get interviews. As I mentioned, a lot of people get like, even I think the best thing is getting interviews after GHC, because then you have this space and time to think and relax. And but yeah, I wanted to do it fast, so that's why like it just expedite the whole interviewing process. So
Hi,
All
Kush.
right, thank you.
yeah, no worries.
Hi, this is Deepthi here.
Yeah,
Thanks for organizing this session. It's really helpful and informative. So my question is, we got some of the links from our friends where it says that these are the GHC job applications from different companies. So if we go ahead and apply them, so it would be still like we are a part of GHC's two candidates that we have applied. Like then how like, since we have not got any official email from the company or invite, so will our resume still be considered our application as a GSC attendancy?
so if
Or
it was GHC link, like, you know, if your friend got the email and if she shared it with you, then still it will go to the GHC database, like their own personal private database for the GHC pool. You will
okay,
be still considered. So that you can tell at the booth. But if you are applying for the normal booth, then it's okay if you don't mention that. And another thing that I was looking at, like, I think there are another thing that people were asking me earlier was like, if they are sponsoring, some companies will not sponsor the GHC, but still they'll be there on the career fair. So if you don't see those names, don't worry. If you love them, like, keep them. You never know, you will see them at GHC. So yep.
okay, okay. So we can just say that we did apply through that portal. Okay,
Yeah.
and they can look at our resume.
Yeah.
Still.
Sometimes
Thank you.
I've applied likewise, and I've got the call to even schedule interviews before GHC. So
Okay,
yep.
okay, sure. Yeah, thanks.
Hi,
Hi.
Kushali. This is Pooja. Oh, okay. So I have a quick question. There will be many companies, right, during the career fair, and there will be like the companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon. They will be having a huge amount of people at their booths.
Yes.
So there is a possibility that, and on the first day of the career fair, we just have, I think, around 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours, like that's the timing for us to enter. So there can be a possibility, like since they have such long queues, like we have to spend half an hour to 1 hour in the queue.
Yep.
So because of that, we might miss some other companies just for being in that queue. So like, do you suggest any strategy, like what we can actually do? Like we can just target 1 or 2 companies and then target the other companies the second day, or what's the strategy? What do you suggest?
Okay, yeah, I don't go to Google, Facebook, big companies like this many. Like if I'll see long queues, like Apple had like circles, and Microsoft had like circle of people, like, you know, in that at their booth. So I would literally avoid that on the first and second day. And this is my personal story. On third day, I went to Facebook, and they were like, on the first 2 days, people were like, oh, they're not talking, they are not only taking interns. They are like, you know, only looking at Harvard and USC and some elite universities. But I went to the Facebook, and they had a chat with me for an hour. So, you know, when you see that, you know, the lines are not there in Instagram, Facebook, such companies, there will be less people. As the time goes by, people will be like, you know, they'll get tired. But I think this will not happen this time, because we are all not going to be that much tired. So yeah, try to keep those companies in the end. And I've seen Facebook, Google always gives interviews to people all the time. So don't waste time at GHC, seriously. GHC is something that, you know, some companies which are not like in your hand, or you don't have the referral to, try to get those companies first.
Okay.
Don't go for Google and Facebook, like literally, it's just waste of time. And another thing is that the last day is very important for that quantity thing, because I went to almost, I remember I covered all the companies in the last day, whichever were remaining. And that helps a lot in getting a lot of interviews after GHC. So yeah, try to cover that.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
Actually, I have a question also, which is a common theme. Basically, so if you don't have any work experience before GHC and you already graduated, no internships, no research assistantship, how can you basically showcase yourself?
Okay, so one of my friend had this problem. So what she did was she showcased her projects in a really amazing way. What she did was she had her iPad, mobile, and everything ready to show people her projects. Like, you know, she like opened her projects and like not the coding, but she showed them the how it's working and look and feel and the uh, like the front end and everything, that hey, this is the app I created, it's mobile friendly, it's on iPad, it's on Google Chrome, it works everywhere, such that you can, like, you know, show something extra, representing your projects in a different way. And this time obviously it's going to be online, so this is something you should definitely, you should have your projects ready and you can run and show them, like your research, you can show them that you have done some amazing work. So focus on your projects, forget about your you are not having the experience or anything, because it's about confidence that you have in your work and you're in your projects. And yeah, she got amazing response in that time. So I'm sure you can also impress. Like, this is just a one idea, have some different ideas how you can showcase your projects, how you can do it something different. From, you can write blogs, right? You can write blogs, you can write you can share your, you can create your YouTube channel about your projects, anything you can do, different things, whatever. I think Shubhangi was some wanted to ask question.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Actually, I just wanted to know, like, I was not very clear when you said, should, like, we have a list of sponsors which will be coming to GSC. So right now, what I was doing is I was going to each and every sponsor's career website and looking if they have any job opening. So what do you suggest? Should we, like, should I apply beforehand so that they know my application is there? Because I don't remember, but I read somewhere in like Facebook group or Slack group that certain time recruiters say, okay, we have your resume right now, like you came to my booth, but we don't have your application in our system. So like, what do you suggest? Should I go like apply beforehand or
So
no?
yeah, that has happened to me as well. So sometimes companies don't take they have GHC pool different and the general normal booth different. Some companies,
Okay.
wouldn't say everything, all the companies. So applying doesn't hurt, but I have seen it has never been successful for me. That, you know, oh, I applied at Google software engineering role. Are you still like, can you look at my application and all? Because this is the first time you, if you don't have the interview schedule, if you're going to their booth, it's your first time you're representing
Yeah.
yourself. So don't worry about anything past. Like, if you even have interviewed with them and you know, you got the reject, still go and ask and have a question, have a connection.
Yeah, actually, I was just more concerned it should not backfire, but you solved it. Thank you.
No worries.
Hi Kushali, this is Kirti. I have like a couple of questions. I'm sorry, I was holding back so everybody could finish up. Uh, it was a great session. I mean, it really cleared a lot of doubts that I had because it's all virtual. So I still have a couple of things in my mind that I really wanted to ask you. First thing is that so it's virtual, and you already told that. The booth will be like we can go and click on the company name, something like that. I mean, it could be something like that.
Yeah.
So we don't have any knowledge, like I'm following the group and everything, but I mean, we don't have that knowledge prior, right? That they will be like how it will be proceeded. It's just an assumption, right? Or
Yeah,
is it
mostly it
okay?
would be like that only, most,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't see any other ways. Or maybe they create a map and you can see that, hey, and you can click on that company and
Okay.
that is a booth or something like that could also happen. We are doing the same with, there is a PWIC career fair and they are going to do,
Mm-hmm.
like, so try to go to different career fairs to just to
Yeah,
have
I am attending that as well. PWIC, I'm attending
right?
that one. Also, I have I have done one assessment with Amazon, like
Mm-hmm.
before this, like before the GHC, and so like it's in progress. And
Okay.
one of the recruiters, she told me on LinkedIn that it's pending for interview. So what
Mm-hmm.
should I do? Like, should I interview at the GHC as well, or should I? Because I don't know who. I mean, which recruiter is is going to process that particular application. I'm not sure.
Okay, so one thing you can do is you can let them know that, hey, I'm going to GHC. I would love to, like, can we do this interview at GHC? You can just ask them.
But I don't know who's the concerned person.
That's fine. She can, if you are going to GHC, you can connect me, or you can, if you ask that, they can connect you with them. Like, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And
yeah,
it's fine. I think there are a lot of people with questions. It's fine.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
before any other question, I would also like to add few things. So I checked on Slack channel. I think they have removed their Slack official channel. This year there is no Slack channel. So sorry about that one. They removed, but there was one. I think, I don't know. If I'll find that, I'll try to find that and I'll share in the Grace Hopper 2020. But I checked the Slack channel is like, they are not using the Slack channel this time. But there is Sisters Slack channel, the specific, not for GHC. There is just a Sisters Slack channel, just like Sisters mailing list. You should also join that Slack channel. Another one was regarding the companies. Like, try to, if you are going into some company's booth or you are standing at any booth, try to know what product they are into. Like, I have seen people asking like, what does Twitch do, what this company does, and they have no idea. Like, it looks so foolish to me that you want an interview with my company and you don't know about my company. So it shows like you're not at all interested and you are just like, hopping. It's a party hopping kind of thing you are showing me.
Hey Kushali, this is Apeksha.
Yeah.
So I think there is a GSC20 Slack channel.
Yes, you found?
No, I'm already part of it. Let me see if I can share it in the chat so people can join.
Awesome. If you can, then.
Yeah, I can, sure.
And yeah, there are a lot of unofficial channels also, but over there, it could happen. You might not find the official people from GHC going from that particular company going to GHC for career booth, because I've seen like people saying in the intro, hey, I'll be at the Walmart Labs career booth, this, that. So hit them up. Like, if you see such people, try to have a conversation and don't forget to send your resume, because that's the first thing they can, like, that's how you can impress them.
Hi, Kushali. Manisha this side.
Hi,
First
Manisha.
of all, thank you for this session. It's really wonderful. I have a quick question here. Like, how do we access the job board at the GHC? I mean, as of now, we have got the community or a guest login from our university as a GHC scholar. But how do we actually log in as a member to get that job board access? Because right now we are not able to access that thing.
Oh, is it? I think you should be able to log in and register.
Yeah, I mean, we are able to log in using the community login and submit the database into the like Braid database and the GHC database, VGHC. But once we go to the job board, then it doesn't show up any jobs. Like all the jobs are blurred or crossed out. I mean, we are not able to see that. They are not visible to a guest. I don't know whether it's happening with other students as well, but
yes,
we got
I can confirm this.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's happened with me too.
it's like they are only for the members, and we are not having members login. So how can we get members login? Because for like I have taken all access registration, so it should be free, right? So we should get the login for member subscription.
I can actually clarify that. So I have just the career pass and I was able to create a free member login. So if you go to the main place, you can actually say create account and you can get a free member login. Once you go there, it gives you an option to either pay for it or get free membership. So you just select free membership and then henceforth log in from the membership portal and then view the companies. Because what I found out from one friend is she didn't know this and she was using the community login and turns out she couldn't see a couple of these companies. So it works. You just want to.
Awesome. Thank you, Aditi.
Okay, Aditi. Can you please like share the steps? I mean, it was all very fast. You explain all these steps.
Yeah, so, because I thought I didn't want to disturb Kushali's answer, so you just.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah, please just write down these steps in brief so that we can do this thing. Thank you, Aditi.
I'll try to find the link and put it out there so you guys can find it directly, like the access link.
Yes. Yeah, maybe I did something what Aditi did, so I was not aware if people are doing something different. And I think someone shared GHC 20 Slack also, but I don't know if that's official. So yeah, Apeksha shared. So yeah, thank you, Apeksha. And yeah, another thing I forgot to mention was that in the jobs, like in the Indeed and all those places, like try to find jobs for Grace Hopper like this. Like just what Grace Hopper. So you know, some companies put Grace Hopper with their job board. So you know, you can like do this. And yeah, this time it's Target, Pinterest. See, you can get other companies which are, so that way you will be in the Grace Hopper pool. So that could be beneficial. I think that worked out for me. Even on LinkedIn, try to find out like the jobs, uh, like go to the job portal one, like I think you can just Grace Hopper, or you can just do the GHC jobs, and you can just, you know, this way some companies might be having GHC. See, lead engineer Target is having, I think last time Target was not keeping. See, Cisco is also having. So yeah, try to do that. And another thing was that not just Grace Hopper, do with GHC also, like hashtag GHC. Sometimes they don't write the whole Grace Hopper thing. They'll just, okay, now if you get such in such emails from the team or something, try to reply to such emails like, hey, I'm interested in this one, or if offer negotiation one. So you know, try to connect with them extra, go extra mile. Like this one was there, so now I'll know Shannon. So you can like, hey, hi Shannon, you have her email. You know, you can just reach out to them and make that connection. So don't forget about, so if you know that, you know, there will be like 1,000 people getting this interview emails, but still reply to those. If you are interested, reply to those emails.
I can quickly share screen for that process because I think it's easier.
Yes.
Hi. I wanted to know, like, when we're giving a pitch, how much detail should we have?
Yeah, as I mentioned, okay, first let Aditi, you are speaking, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Aditi,
Okay.
go ahead and share, and I'll come back to your question.
Yeah,
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so you go to this resume database place and then you click this and then click become a member again, and then select the free member. That's it. You just enter your information and that's all. You get your member access.
I shared the link for the same just now in the chat for anyone interested.
Awesome.
I have a question about this free membership. For how many days is this valid? Is it through GHC or is it any further?
I think it could be further also.
Okay, so do we have any limits compared to the premium members?
Not sure, maybe not. Okay, I found Sisters Slack group also. Okay. Yeah, this is the Sisters open source Slack group. So you could join and, you know, make connection over there also. And yeah, someone was asking, Smriti was the person who was asking. Yeah, Smriti, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we have to talk to the recruiters and then hope they give us an interview, right? So like, how much detail would you expect there? Is it just like a hello, hi, or you really need to go deep into what you've done?
No. You can showcase your projects or just, you know, nothing much really. As I mentioned, I think someone was asking for pitch. I think that was the question. Yeah. So yeah, in your pitch, try to have who you are within 1 or 2 lines, what you are looking for, why software engineering or software engineering, QA or SRE, networking, whatever that your what is, and then have why, who, what, and why should be answered. And also, you know, you can make it like little bit, you can add that I love what Walmart Labs is doing. You should know what different things they are doing right now, any open source project you know about, try to add that into it. So you know, I follow this and I love that project, this, that, it just adds little bit of like, you know, trust to your answer. So try to do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
I have a question here, Kushali,
Yeah.
and to Aditi as well. Like while registering for that membership, do we need to use the same email we used for our community login that our college provided?
I think that would be good if you do that.
Yeah, because it otherwise it won't, like, it will create duplicate application, duplicate membership.
So yesterday when my friend moved from the community login to the member login, she just created the account with the same email ID that she used for community login. So her resume was still saved and intact. Like you said, I guess it keeps it all in one place.
All right, that makes sense. Thank you, Aditi.
So I have a couple of questions. So even if I have uploaded my resume in PDF format, when you click on view, it's, I mean, the view is completely changed. So has anybody faced this issue, or
Yeah,
do you
it
guys...
happens with me. I mean, if you just did a small modification in your resume and you are like about to upload it again, then you have to either fill out the complete form.
Yeah.
Or you have
And if
to
you,
make manual
yeah, and if you
changes.
create the resume, then they have the pre-built format for them. I mean, so I'm not sure how, you know, we can do it properly.
I think keep on checking that if your resume is ATS friendly is the first way. And the second way is try to keep it as plain and as normal, no colors, nothing, no borders, as plain as possible. And then when you are in person or when you are in the VGHC virtual setup, that's where you show your fancy one. Like I always create the one fancy and one like the normal one, plain, and because this is the time where you want those keywords to get selected, that hey, she has worked in Java, Python, Go. So those are the keywords they want. And I've seen people doing those things like, you know, writing it in and creating it in white paper, white font, such that it will not show, just to use those extra space and such that your resume gets picked up. So
And is there any, yeah, and also is there any fonts or something like that that should be specific in resume?
No.
Because
I mean, not don't go overboard, but yeah,
I see.
simple is the way to go. Yep.
Okay, thank you. And one last question to Aditi. Aditi, I have the full access this year for the registration. So then, and I'm not sure whether the membership is, you know, I mean, it's been unlocked or not as of now. So like, can I go to, I mean, can I select the membership or, I mean, membership login or free membership? Like, do you have any idea about that?
No idea. What I'd suggest is, I think in your past, they must have given you details, right, of what you get access to. So try the membership login. If not, I guess you'll also have to create a new one.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Hi, I have something to add on top of that. So I took student access. So there was no mail mentioning about the membership as such. So what I did was go to the page and then try to enter the membership. You enter your mail which you registered with, and then do forget password. Then you can get the mail for the reset. That's how I got my membership access. So there was no special mentioning about how to access that. Like we just figured out, so you can do that, like forget password and you'll get the reset link, and then you'll be able to access the membership for an year, I think, as per the access.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you. I'll try that.
Yes.
Kushali, Saiha here. The Slack link for sisters group is not it's not working. Is that why? I mean, do we have to like join the sisters community email list first to get into that? Because I think it's not public and it's only for invited people.
Oh, okay. I shared it again. So yeah, if that is the case, try to join sisters mailing list and then maybe you can join that. Yeah, I was not sure about. Yeah, Aditi is also mentioning that, this Slack channel was very famous on that mailing list subject. Yep.
I think it was especially during the time when they planned to close the Slack, the sisters mailing list, then they decided to have a Slack for it. But it's pretty inactive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm facing same issue with the GHC 20, the other group, other Slack channel, which was shared as well.
Oh. Yeah, I think those are maybe unofficial ones. Maybe could be the reason. Or yeah, I don't see official for. I remember last time it was official. There were official Slack channels, but this time it's not there. So, but yeah, I really love this job boards, and I think that is another way you can be there in their job pool for GHC. So yeah, this GHC job board, try to apply over there.
Hey, Kushali.
Yeah, go ahead, Tejaswini.
Yeah, thank you. So I just want to like ask some strategy for negotiation. I kind of know it's like too soon to ask, but I just want to like understand the whole strategy behind it because I haven't done that before in India.
Okay, negotiate in terms of like what will happen is first they'll make the verbal offer, and when you say yes or no, that is the high point where you can, you have the ability to negotiate. Like you can ask them question like, is this job numbers negotiable? If they say yes, most of the time they'll say yes. And if they right away send you the offer letter, still email them that can this numbers be negotiable, and I would like to have a call, like get on a call with them. And then there will be like you can say like if you are given 120K, so you can say I want 130K because that is the normal one I see on the job market or on Glassdoor, or that is how much software engineer gets in Bay Area. You give your data. Like I was coming to Minneapolis for target role, and they were like, oh, Minneapolis is very cheap and this and that, but Minneapolis and California has the same tax amount, so you should be aware of such things. So you can say that, hey, but the tax and everything, and I checked, everything is so costly except the house, and I'm never gonna get a house over here, so that doesn't make any sense for me to get such a low offer. So give your data, show your search that you have done. So yeah, first thing is ask, because so many people think that, oh, they'll think that I'm greedy woman. This is something we always start judging ourselves. No, they sometimes they want you to ask, and they don't think that you are a greedy person. I've seen people like I've had people to negotiate their offer even at Apple, which is like, sometimes we have heard that Apple right away says this is the right, and if you don't like us, like we don't like you as well, kind of like this straight away tell you. But yeah, try. It's always go for negotiation, ask for it, and then there will be a negotiate. Like if you say 130K, they'll be like maybe 125K. This is the way it will be. And then you will be like, not your, not mine. It's kind of like, our moms do it at the
true,
like mera nahi tera kind of things. So,
yeah.
So that's how negotiation actually works, and yeah, it always works. And for me, for target, I asked for 20% spike, and I was given 40% spike.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's all about asking for negotiation.
Yeah, another quick question. So like I have taken part in like GHCI back in 2019. So like, is there like a major difference between the American version versus the Indian version? Like,
I think not much. That's what I've heard, but there will be lot many companies. Do check with the visa situation if you are in India. But if you are H1, so yeah, regarding that, you can check if they'll do your H1 sponsorship and everything. And I think the big change this time would be the virtual one. That is what I can.
Okay, perfect, makes sense. So like, since I'm on F1, I'll be like, I'll just like strike a conversation about, hey, like, do you guys sponsor for H1B, and just continue with that, right? Because there's no point in like wasting too much time and then finding out.
Exactly. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Kushali. So we'll take final 2-3 more questions, and then we can wrap it up. And about the negotiation skills, so IWIC is going to host a negotiation skills webinar soon. So you guys can join that. You ladies can join that, I mean, and then you can follow all of our links. on Facebook, Twitter, Insta, so you can see when we are going to have our next events. We did have some more events on data science, product management, and all of that. So please, this weekend you can check our Facebook group and the YouTube. So you will find all of the webinars and all the resources that other GHC veterans like Kushali shared with us. So yeah, if you guys have any final questions, please ask.
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm trying to log into the Slack open source, but it is saying that you entered an incorrect email address or password.
Oh, maybe it's connected to if you are into sisters mailing. Are you in the sisters mailing list?
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's why.
maybe that
Okay.
could. Yeah.
Hi Kushali, this is Vidya here. Thank you for organizing this and sharing all the information. It's really helpful. I joined a bit late, so I'm not sure if this question was asked already. But I just wanted to know, how was your interview rounds with Target?
Okay, my interviews. So first, before GHC, I was given one hacker rank. At
Okay.
GHC, I was given pair programming.
Mm-hmm.
I had to create the whole API, get, post, and everything.
Okay.
That was very interesting way to, because in HackerRank they saw your algorithm and data structures, and at GHC pair programming wise, how you are working in a team and how you are creating something that you do usually in normal days. And the third interviews was I was grilled on behavioral like for 1 hour. It was I could say most hardest.
Okay.
Sometimes because they ask me so many hard questions which are not usual behavioral question, like tell me about your favorite project or some successful or your strength or your negative point, not such questions. So yeah.
Okay, just a follow-up question on the same. So I'm like a bit okay or in a medium level when it comes to problem solving in lead code style questions. So how would you some resources that you think will be very useful for women like me to prepare in the last 2 to 3 weeks, like to brush up?
Doing it, don't worry about that. Keep doing easy and medium. If you want to do the hard one, just do the highest frequency, top 5 or 10.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I was asked hard questions and they were always in the top hard, like, frequency questions.
Frequency based. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much. That's all.
Hi, Aditi and Kushali.
Yeah.
I have a question here. Like I was asking for the membership login. So I did the free membership, and once I click on it and I confirm, it says that changing your membership will reset all other selections and entries you have made. So is it good to go?
No idea.
I actually have no idea either, because I don't remember my friend mentioning anything like this yesterday when she did it.
I did the same, and I didn't. I was not popped up with something like that. Like I was able to connect both my accounts, and yeah, everything was exactly the same.
Because there are 3
I did,
options.
it is not showing this thing.
Shali, any suggestions for things we could do right after the event?
Yes, I would say connect with people, and those LinkedIn or anything that you have got the names and everything, that hey, I was at your booth or I met you at GHC, it was fantastic. Stay in connection. Like I've seen so many people like my network right now, I would say it's all because of GHC. And yeah, all regarding all of them are from the friends I've created at GHC, made at GHC. Like earlier it was like they were my professional friends, but now it has become like they are my, personal friends. Yep. And yeah, let's move all the premium account questions offline, because yeah, if someone wants to ask anything regarding GHC, otherwise we can we are all already.
I have a question. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is Astha, and I just completed my BTech, and I have an offer in hand. Like I started working, so I'm not sure whether my question will be relevant to all of them. So I wanted to check, like, this is the first time I'll be attending GCA. So, what suggestions do you have for me to like make the best out of the whole thing and gain experiences and also networking? And along with, should I focus more on interviews or things like that?
That's completely up to you. If you want some, like, specific company, if you have an offer from Google, then you can, like, go to Facebook, Apple, big companies, Netflix, if Netflix is coming, or such big companies, and you can tell them that I have an offer from this company. Can you, like, I would like to interview with them, because that way you can expedite that process. And yeah, that's how you can. And if you don't want to, so just network and make friends and see, like, go to different talks which you are interested, go to workshops and talk to whomsoever is speaker. Like, go and have a chat with the speakers, share, take their LinkedIn. And yeah, that is something you should definitely do. And yeah, use your third day. Like, if you are giving your first and second day to career fair, third day try to go to as many job fair like booths as many you can to get more interviews. Someone asked, like, what to do after GHC. Actually, it's a third day where you decide, like, what you will be doing after GHC. If you'll go to a lot of places, you will get a lot of interviews. Seriously, some people will just take your resume and you will be like, this is gone case, like, they'll not give me an interview or all. No, they do send, like, they always check, like, who is this, who is that. They'll always send the interview. So yep.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. No worries.
Charlie, I had a question. Thank you so much, first of all, for waiting back as well after the time that's allotted. Just a quick question that since you said that there are parties where you can meet people, this year that won't be the case. So what would be an alternative to network with other people than people at booths and speakers? Because there's like, how could we bridge that gap?
I think my calculation is there will be parties. Some companies will send you the invitation, like online happy hour kind of parties, like Zoom parties.
Okay.
They will share details. Maybe if you go to their booth and they'll share you, or some companies are already, like, I got some of the companies, their parties and their like the link to the parties, or, like, to apply for to attend to that those parties or not, something like that. So you will get such. And as the day passes by, like last 1 week, as I mentioned, look at your email as if, like, it's your life. Like, keep at it, keep checking it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hey, Krushali, thank you for this Zoom session. I do have a question about, like, you were talking about your your experience with Target and how you got an interview. I mean, the coding round before you went to GHC, if I'm not wrong. So, I mean, did you apply for the GHC specific role, or did you apply through the GHC portal, or how did that happen?
Yeah, it's always the best places, like your resume database. That's where you will be get selected from. If there is job board right now, so the job board is an added advantage, I would say.